GNT, right back at you one more time. Sad news, guys. We lost a legend, man.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And we lost another kind of a legend that may come back in Bad Batch.
Maybe.
With
I ain't ready to talk
Zach.
about that.
Wink.
Mike wasn't ready.
Nobody was ready for that.
All this week, GNT. Welcome back, everyone. Episode 43. 43.
Almost at 50.
43.
Oh yeah, almost at 50 episodes.
Almost at 50.
That's huge.
Crazy.
Dude, we're rolling.
Yeah.
We're just rolling.
It's huge.
Huge. Jimmy's mom is.
Jimmy's mom is huge.
Oh, bad.
Where am I supposed to? Where am I supposed to go with that? I just
Hey, I think you just need to
Let's
introduce
go, man.
us.
let's
and
go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Welcome
Okay.
to episode 43.
Well, as you can tell, I got my normal crew with me today. Introducing us, my name's Larry.
What's going on? It's Kev.
Hey, it's Frank.
Obi Mike Kenobi. Hello there.
It's Jorge in the house.
Making up your GNT crew for this day. And we have a lot to talk about. Look, let's get the sad news out of the way first so we can go ahead and have fun throughout the whole entire rest of this episode. We learned just the other day that a legend passed away, and Mr. Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers passed away at the age of 76. So as sad as it is to lose a legend, and we was going over all the movies and shows and things that he was in over the past 3 decades. Didn't realize he was in so much. My goodness. But with all that being said, he lived a very long life. I mean, reach 76 is that's the feat all by itself, and to leave such a legacy is huge. So from the GNT crew, we definitely would say rest in peace to Carl Weathers. We're gonna go more into it, but we just wanted to put that out there first before we start talking about the things that we enjoyed the most, what we remember the most from Mr. Carl Weathers. But rest in peace. You left a legacy that would never be replaced. You left a legacy that my children's children will be able to always see, which is something that a lot of folks that's out here in this world wouldn't just can't say. So just going down the line, like Carl Weathers, how did that hit y'all?
I mean,
nowhere.
yeah, it came out of nowhere. I think a lot of us were kind of shocked.
Expected that.
Yeah, we were all kind of shocked.
Did anyone know? Does anyone know what happened?
No.
Someone said that he passed away in his sleep.
That's
I don't know how true that is.
I mean, if that's the way he went,
that's the best
probably
way to
the
go.
best way, and no suffering, and just go in your sleep.
Yeah.
We hope for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope that he got to rest in peace. There's just so much that he's done.
I feel
So-
like I've passed up the opportunity to get a signing or a photo with Carl Weathers a few times. I kind of really wish I did because he was important to me. I watched Predator 1 at a entirely too early age. I was like, my stepdad was like, "Oh, you got to watch this movie Predator. It's so cool." And I'm like, "Cool." So I was running around like second or third grade recess while everyone else was being like superheroes and mutants. I was like, "No, I'm the Predator. You can't see me. I'm invisible." And they were all like, "What's the Predator?" And I'm like, "Arm blade, counter."
You just see Mike sit in the corner like,
I was like, I was trying to like hop on trees. I was like,
I think he's gonna try to make noise.
like I remember like sitting outside and like hearing like Katie did, and my stepdad would be like, "That's the Predator, Mike," and I'd be like, "Ah!"
You try going some dress for that?
I probably should have, man. I missed my opportunity, but
Missed it.
So like, I have always had like a fondness for like the MP5, the gun. I always thought it was like the coolest gun. And when Dylan goes out, like I hate to talk about that death scene, but it's just about the coolest moment in that movie. And so he's out there, he's going to see Dylan's dead. And he sees his friend dead. He goes, holy smokes. Then he hears the Predator clicking up in the trees. And he starts firing his MP3. The Predator comes down, chops off his hand. Hand falls. It's still firing. Pop, 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 pop. And he reaches around. You can tell his arms tucked behind his back. And he pulls out the other one. He's got this look of like pain on his face. And he starts trying to fire it, and like Predator skewers him. But that stuck in my head out of all of the scenes in the movie as like the most BA of all of them. And it just is. And let's talk about that handshake. Dylan, you son of a bit. What's the matter? They still got you pushing pencils? Like, just amazing actor. To see him eventually pop up in The Mandalorian it was always like, oh man, Dylan's in The Mandalorian. Dylan's in Happy Gilmore. Like, so. And like they must have went with like an extra medium shirt. And when he's like at the when he meets up with Dutch, because it's just like
yes.
Suction cup right
the button's like, help me,
that button was gone. It was suffocating to his chest.
Like that's
don't
my
sneeze,
Carl Weathers. A strangely big impact on my childhood. And sad he's gone, and I'm sad I probably passed up the chance to meet him because he had an impact.
I mean, he's done like everything from my childhood. You're talking Rocky, you're talking Predator, you're talking he was in Toy Story, you're talking
what?
all the Happy yeah.
As who?
He's the like Happy Hogan soldier.
No way, really?
Yeah. He's that voice.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
He's the soldier in Toy Story, which is like great. You know,
Has money.
He's in everything. He's all of the Adam Sandler movies.
Him.
It's just nuts how much he was in. He's definitely one of those.
Carol?
Yeah, Combat Carl.
It's Carl.
That was the name?
Yeah.
Combat
Oh
Carl.
no, Jimmy's mom! I gotta fight Jimmy's mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But he's like in
Sorry.
everything, so it's just it's such an impact, and to think like, yeah, he's definitely an actor that a lot of people would pass up at like a Comic-Con or things like that, because it's like, oh well, who's this guy? Like, no, he's in everything.
He's the guy, man.
And his
you know.
mustache game is always on point. Like,
Mhm.
He had that 70s, like, I was going to say it, but I'm not going to say it. You know, fellas. You know.
8 minutes in and I made it weird.
Don't I always? But I mean, to even think of it, man, like, the scenes that he gave us in Rocky when he's training Rocky, you said it earlier, those lines, and I'm just like, damn. Like, those lines hit really, really hard, and then it takes an amazing actor like Carl to just do those things and do them well. So, R.I.P., brother.
It was Rocky 1, 2, and 3.
All three of them, yeah.
Ivan Drago.
Yeah. Yeah. He was training him for Drago.
And that's when he gave him the shorts. The American shorts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He didn't help him out with Drago. He got killed by Drago.
That's what I'm saying. And then
you're right.
He passed the
Pass the shorts.
he passed the shorts to Rocky in that
He
one, didn't
passed
he?
the shorts
The
over
flag
the-
shorts that he wore.
Yeah, he wore it there, and ultimately that's how. Like, his character was so monumental that they had a whole entire movie, a whole entire series of
Spin-off,
movies
On his son.
off of that on his son
Yeah.
Yep.
and Creed.
Mm-hmm.
So he's so monumental
That's what
as an actor, and just his character. Now it's great. Like, all right, so I'm going over some of these. I had to look it up. So just this is some of the things that he's been in. Obviously, he's been in The Mandalorian. That was lately. We just saw him in commercials with Gronk.
Yeah.
For the Kick of Destiny. That's going to be for the Super Bowl. That's going to be like next week. Going here says Stars and the Evils and the Forces of Evil. Defrost. He was in Law and Order, SVU, Magnum PI. Trying to go Chicago PD.
He loved his cop shows.
Well,
I mean, he plays
The
it
money-
perfect for a
Yeah,
cop
he
they
does,
call,
yeah.
they call, they pay. I'm there too, so I understand. Mortal Kombat 10. I guess
Game?
yeah.
Dutch was in
Yeah.
it. Not Dutch. Dylan was in it in the game as
Oh.
downloadable content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting. Cool.
Think Like a Man 2, Brothers. I'm telling you,
Little Nicky.
yo,
The list
it's
is
the list.
so
a
long.
list.
It's
of
literally
games ago,
like
You gotta
every
think,
Adam
games ago,
Sandler
It was
movie, everything.
30
just
years of
constant.
movies. 30 years. That's a long time. And most actors do, what, 3 or 4 movies a year, give or take? You know what I mean? So, like, and if, especially if
most
you're a
actors
high
do
status,
like a movie a year.
a
like-
movie?
Yeah.
Now-
if you
nowadays,
actually
maybe
talk
two.
about
Well, back
actors,
then,
He was in-
most actors are doing like a movie a year. For the fact that he's in so much is just insane.
I think the production levels weren't as complicated back in the day. They were just like doing lines and go.
So
But
He was in
supposedly,
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Mhm.
Wow, this means something.
It's a
So-
long list.
so
No, nobody.
Yep. No, I get
supposedly
you.
one
I'm with it.
Give me my mashed potatoes.
one of the first things that he's actually been credited for is back in 1973
Mm-hmm.
and a movie called Magnum Force
With Clint Eastwood.
with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
That's
That
the
was his
first thing
breakout.
that he shows that.
I think that was
you
his breakout.
Then after that, he did one episode of Good Times. Good Times
Oh, really?
and Kung Fu.
Dynamite.
There you go. So I mean, he's been
Yeah. That,
my man. Look, I'm the oldest one here, and
don't brag.
he's been. Trust me, he's not bragging. I feel.
I forgot he was in Arrested Development. He was like in the first season. He was oh, never mind.
Okay.
He was the guy.
He was
He
that
was the
guy.
guy.
He
It's
was
been
that
a
guy.
while.
Yeah,
I saw
guy.
that on like Netflix when you had to get the discs.
But yeah, so I was born in 1977. So, and like I said, me being the oldest one here, it feels like I'm really old. But my man was making movies 4 years, 3-4 years before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
That is nuts to
And
me.
then continue to be in the game up until The Mandalorian, which was last season.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And influencing even more movies because according to what we see now, it's very possible that the Creed movies is going to go away from his son to now the granddaughter.
I'd watch it.
So they're just making a
They're just
whole
keeping the
lineage
whole-
of
just keep
movies
going.
after Apollo.
After
Mhm.
Apollo. Exactly.
Wow, that's crazy.
Go for it.
I mean, shoot. I didn't see that last Creed movie that I heard was really good.
It was really good,
Yeah.
man. With
I'm a die, like fight me, but even like Rocky 4
No
with
pun intended?
Machine Gun Kelly or Machine Gun Kid, whatever his name was.
Machine Gun.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Whatever
Yeah,
that guy's name was. That was I still
Tommy
enjoyed
Gun.
Tommy Gun.
Tommy
That's what it
Gun
was.
Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, the artist.
Punch me and I'll sue.
He won't punch you. That guy's a winner.
And they fall down the street. I still even think that's a good movie. I don't think there has been a bad movie in the Rocky universe.
Not in the Rocky universe. The Apollo one, I didn't like the second one.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of it. It was okay, but I didn't like the second one.
It was a little flat.
Yeah,
that was
That's a-
guns,
Look
bro.
at that, man.
them hands,
Now,
bro.
that is Arnold Schwarzenegger at his biggest, and
he's not too far
holding
off.
it, like
Yeah.
holding up to him. Look at that shirt.
Dude, they gained like
That's-
40 pounds of muscles for these movies.
That was their thing, dude. You had
Yeah.
Arnold, Jesse Ventura, Carl Weathers, like, and Billy. I don't remember his real name, but
Billy, man.
Billy the Native American guy, the actor. The actor had a bodyguard with
Bill
him.
Duke?
Do you know why? Yeah, Bill Duke.
Dang.
Do you know why he had a bodyguard? To stop him from beating everyone up.
I believe it.
Like, dude, that is a stacked case. I love that movie.
Strong like bulls.
hopefully in editing, y'all guys be able to see these pictures that we're talking about right
That
now.
means Larry's going to send
But
me
that's
all
the
of
thing,
them.
like, and again, Arnold Schwarzenegger at his height.
Mm-hmm. And Carl Weathers was right there, beefy, stocky.
Yeah.
Like, damn!
Is he holding his MP5 in that? MP3 rather?
MP3?
He has the machine gun. Here.
MP3.
He's playing an audiophile. That's his gun.
He's killing.
I'm gonna
killing Predator with the.
Gotta kill him music.
Yeah, with
Kill-
some of the stuff
kill
that's out
Predator
nowadays, it's
Napster.
not hard enough.
Oh, well. You will know.
I went there. Don't
You will
care.
know. You'll be the one to know.
Geeks
But
at
anyway,
Nerd Table is not affiliated with anybody that George get in trouble
with
with.
any artist that might get mad at
The
what we
thoughts
just
and
said.
views expressed in this episode do not reflect the.
If you disagree with me, labels, fight me, bro.
So anyway, so Carl Weathers. That's
Carl
we
Weathers.
wanted to at least touch on this subject of losing like I said, a legend. To the family members of Mr. Carl Weathers, if y'all ever get a chance to run into anything that we say, which is probably slim to none, but it's very possible. Just know that that your family member, your father, your grandfather, your uncle, brother, whoever he was to you, he really did make an impact on the GNT crew. All of us individually, his acting chops is considered one top notch. God, I remember him from Action Jackson. That was when I fell in love with Carl Weathers. I'm like, Action Jackson should be Action Jackson too. I don't think it ever happened. But we all was fans of Mr. Carl Weathers. So rest in peace again for Mr. Carl Weathers. We appreciate all the hard work and all the dedication and the physique. It make you like, oh, that what a man look like.
I'm hitting the gym tomorrow.
So Carl Weathers, we appreciate your life, and rest well in victory, man. Rest
Captain.
well in victory. Captain, my captain.
He's finally with the alligator up in heaven.
Play him out,
Thinking the
Chubbs.
same thing, bro.
It's
Yup.
all in the hips.
It's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips.
You're gonna die, clown!
Anyway.
Yeah, you gotta take that one out.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jimmy's mom.
Okay. Well, speaking of someone that we think is gone, Bad Batch season 3.
It's not gone. It's here.
He's not.
Bad Batch
That's
is here.
not gone, but
Yeah, but it's the last season.
yes, it's
There is
going
no tomorrow.
away.
And you know what? This is a great way to go out for all of the Clone Wars fans. This is going to be the last animated Disney Star Wars show that they're making. This is it.
Really?
Yeah.
I
They
don't
I thought
believe
they
it.
announced Tales of the Jedi season 2.
No, in that Clone Wars style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the Clone
Well, that
Wars
was
style,
kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
Clone Wars style. Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
believe it though.
You don't think so? They closed that
People really
Just because
love
they closed that studio, that company, doesn't mean that they can't continue it.
granted they
And
could.
come on, look at it. Clone Wars came out. It did amazing. They got rid of it off of what was that on Cartoon Network at
yeah.
the time. It went to Netflix. Netflix picked it up for a season, kept on running everything, gave us a new season, and then they brought it back with Rebels. Like they continue that style
didn't
because
Disney Plus run the
everybody
right
wants
season?
it.
Yeah, Disney Plus ran last season, season 7. That
Season
was
7, yeah.
That was supposed to be the return of the Revenge of the Sith, that whole season. But they could have kept that going, man. They could have did A New Hope, and like, can you imagine seeing Luke and Leia in Star Wars Clone Wars animation? Continue that story, and then they're
That
like,
would be awesome to give us that
I mean, I guess
story
they kinda
immediately
did.
after.
I guess they did with
You
Rebels.
know what they could do? They could take Obi-Wan and have like Leia dress up in like a big coat with him, and he can sneak her into a base, and that would be awesome.
Speaking of that, wait, like that TV show? Oh shit! Got him!
Oh man.
I'm over here like, that sounds oddly familiar. Well, it was from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep.
Good job, Mike.
So
No problem, bro. What I do?
here's my question, and it's going to you, Frankie, baby.
Hmm?
Was Clone Wars actually successful?
Was Clone Wars successful?
No, I'm asking that question from the point of view of not as a Star Wars fanatic.
Yeah.
Because the Star Wars fanatic people all watched it.
Yeah.
They're fanatic.
Every Friday.
I am an example of I wasn't a fanatic. I was a fan. And I didn't watch it.
There's the door.
Get out.
Now here's the thing though.
Man, we
I
talked
will-
about this.
We've talked about
We talked about
we've
this.
talked about this
And now,
so
now
much.
I caught up and I watched.
Yeah,
it
but-
feels weird being in the middle of this. It's
No,
like,
but I'm saying
I'm gonna hold my answer because I got your answer.
gotcha.
But you
Because-
know what? I think I'll correct you on one thing. I don't think fanatics of Star Wars actually loved Clone Wars.
I think you're onto something.
'Cause a lot
They
of-
That was my answer.
later came back to it and like, oh yeah, this is great. Because you got to remember, Clone Wars is going off of the new saga,
That's what I did.
and that like everyone that's a fan of the new saga, the hardcore Star Wars fanatics were like, oh no, they're like the prequels is not Star Wars. So like
Yeah.
the vast majority of Star Wars fans were completely divided. And then you had a subsection that was like Clone Wars. Clone Wars is everything. Clone Wars links it all and
Yeah.
keeps it
If-
going and connects
If you,
everything.
If you really think
Clone
about it,
Wars,
at the
the-
time they gave us the movie first, and that
Yeah,
was
yeah. That was-
2000.
yeah.
I think that's where a lot of people were like hating on it.
yeah.
That I mean,
Clone
people
Wars,
are still
you have a
hating the
divide
prequels, like
from
Frank
that.
said. People hated the prequels. They hate Hayden Christensen and the way they did Anakin. They had bad taste in their mouth for Clone Wars,
It
and then it gave it even
retroactively
worse.
fixed the prequels.
It made it worse when
For me.
people
Yep.
hated Ahsoka,
Absolutely.
the Ahsoka character. That's what kind of threw one off too with the movie and the show.
Now everybody's gone back and love it. And I cannot tell you, and you can speak for yourself. I cannot tell you how many Star Wars fans eventually get around to watching Clone Wars
Mhm.
and realize, like, oh, this is 100% Star Wars. This is 100% everything. This is the heart and soul of Star Wars.
You ready for me to piss y'all off?
Do it.
Oh, let's go.
And
Go.
it does not piss y'all off.
No, yes, it is.
Maybe it piss y'all off or whomever that could be watching this because it's truthful. Fandom is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Fundamentally.
How dare you?
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
because that's true. That's 100% true. The people that stuck on the original 3, that's Star Wars. That's it. So the stupidity of not having those guys actually open up their mind and say, oh, there's more to this story. Let's accept everything new that's coming in. So literally, they didn't have anything. The original 3 movies, they didn't have anything for like 30 years.
I had my brother
They're
Patrick,
stuck.
who knew how Anakin got turned into Darth Vader.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Patrick knows everything. But it's like people that don't open up their mind because they're so stuck into the fandom of what they have. They so stuck. And look, as an Eagles fan that I am, I say this all the time. Eagles fans drive me nuts, and I'm an Eagles fan. They drive me absolutely nuts. The fandom is just stupid at times. But
Agreed.
it's the same thing, definitely, when it comes to Star Wars. Like, they're just stupid. They're just stupid. Like, open up your mind to other stuff. And I think this is where the Bad Batch comes in so strongly, because it's like, all right, we're getting the nuances of that old story, but we're getting deeper into this thing.
Yeah.
We're getting like a whole, we're getting away from just the Skywalkers. We're getting away from, like the Metacorians, and we're getting away from all that stuff. Now we're going to the heart of the story of the clones, and this is the example of the clone. That's a whole lot deeper.
Well, we're getting the story of the war in Star Wars. And I think that's where we didn't get.
To take this back to a Philadelphia thing, look at the Eagles in the early 90s.
GNT
Do you-
Sports Talk, by the way.
Yeah. Do you think of those years as the Rich Kotite years, or do you think of them as the Randall Cunningham years? Because he was that good and that impactful that he made those years better. That's what Clone Wars does.
They called him the
Gotcha.
ultimate weapon.
Rocket Randall to the rescue.
GNT Sports every Wednesday.
There you go.
Go subscribe.
Easy plug. I'm sorry. continue.
But
We do it every
it's exactly
episode.
what it is. Like, you can look at all right, Clone Wars, Clone Wars as a movie. Is it? But does everything it implies and everything that this show brings into it, leading up to Revenge of the Sith, it gives you everything you needed that wasn't in those movies. And instead of reading the books and filling in your own story, you see it, and you do get to see Anakin grow and why he starts turning to the dark side, and you get to see Obi-Wan and why he's like what he lost,
Mhm.
and it enriches my favorite character, Obi-Wan,
He lost a lot more than just Anakin.
Yes,
And it
exactly.
also it brings in more perspective too that the clones weren't just clones; they were human beings or clone beings, whatever you want to call it, that actually had their own lifestyle. They were all different.
That is
You know?
like so sprinkled on what is it, Camino?
Camino, yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. What's the planet where Obi-Wan's riding the big dragon thing and he talks to
Geonosis?
Cody? Geonosis. And he talks, and they have their own armor, and he's like, "Yeah, I trust you," and that's like sprinkled on. But they actually like, go into it deep in this, and even digging deeper. Bad Batch goes into veterans' rights, and like what it means, and why you shouldn't shun these people, and why they should have healthcare, and what they sacrificed for us to have the peace in the galaxy. Underlined, like what freedom is like, and that's a kids' cartoon doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they made it to where we as adults can watch it and be like, I felt that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, there's a couple jokes in there for kids, but there's some real deep stuff in there for us to be like, this is real. And we go through this on a daily basis in our own lives. And now that you can see that reflected in something that's a TV show, a cartoon TV show at that, you can really feel like there's a connection between your life, and this universe.
There's an episode, I don't know if it's season 1 or season 2, but Crosshairs is helping this clone trooper protect cargo.
That was season 2.
A frost planet,
Season
I
2.
believe. And he's like, I'm dying for this cargo. Like, I don't have my armor. I don't have rations. But the leaders want me to protect this. And at the end, it turns out to be rations. And it turns out to be the armor that he needs.
Yeah, I remember
because the Empire has pushed these war heroes away to be to upgrade to real people, I guess.
Which weren't much better.
Actually,
They
the
couldn't
Empire
shoot
is
for anything.
downgrading.
Yeah, they
Because
downgraded.
they don't need the elite soldiers that are the clone troopers. They need people that are just going to be loyal and obedient. So they go to stormtroopers, who are people that are essentially brainwashed, indoctrinated into the Empire.
That's
following the
one of the
orders.
things that I really liked about all this expanded stuff that's been on Disney is it does show like how good people go to the Empire. Mando's been touching on it. Andor has
Definitely touched on it.
soaked in it. And Bad Batch has shown like how evil and callow like the Empire truly is.
Like they use their words to get you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't even like, I don't know.
And like, all right, let's be real. What would you do for a paycheck? Right.
Right. Like the morality
Like,
of
what would
their
you sell?
job was really put to the test there.
So to answer your question, Larry, Clone Wars was not a overwhelming success immediately.
Exactly.
It is a cult classic.
Bingo.
AKA was not successful.
Yep. Like I said last time,
Yeah.
cult classics aren't actually
They're not
successful. They become popular over time.
And that's what I was kind of getting at. It's like Clone Wars was not a successful thing. That's the reason why I bounced all the place, like all these different places, because it was not successful. But it's go to show that thank goodness that we open up our minds to accept what's going on. Because if you think about it, the last 8 years of Star Wars that we've been getting has all been around the storyline or close to it from before the original 3.
Yeah.
Except for the other 3 movies that we're forgetting about.
Are we really forgetting about them?
Yes, we have to.
Here's the thing that's going
But
to
Mando
blow
takes
your
place
mind.
after
Bad
Return of the
Batch,
Jedi.
Mandalorian, and all these other shows are trying to retroactively make those movies better by bringing in the cloning stuff, by bringing in Project Starkiller or whatever the big moon was on that freaking movie.
Star Killer Base, yeah.
Bingo. And
Yeah, but is it really that they're trying to make them better? Or is it that the sequels actually took major themes that were in Star Wars already and then messed them up? They used it and then twisted it and screwed it up. They didn't get it to its full extent. So now we're getting the cleaned up, like, no, this is what we're really talking about.
Yeah, a lot of that is exactly. And when you could take a show and actually explain why war profiteering is bad instead of like, these people are gambling and they're having a good time and selling space machines and we're going to write of these big horses. Like, go sweep the flipping floor with your broom, kid. I don't care.
Or call
Get
the
out of
force.
here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Use the force to use your broom.
Get out of
Lazy
here.
kids nowadays.
I don't care about that. But
in
when
our
you
day,
take
we
a
had to grab
TV
that
show
broom.
and you show, like I said, with the Empire is like, we're gonna save money by just getting like slightly better armor and just phasing out these guys. Or you go into Thrawn wanting to make that crazy TIE fighter, but it's too expensive. Like, and you can go into this stuff.
I want to piggyback off of what Frank was saying, though, right? So you're talking about how you were saying the original trilogy, right? The fans of the original trilogy did not like the prequels, correct?
No, they didn't. The
And
vast majority did not.
and then
at that
this-
time period, yes.
Right. So, and then
Because I was still newly fresh. Because when did Revenge of the Sith come out? 2004?
2005.
2005?
Get it right.
So,
Same year as
you're looking at 2 or 3
Nah.
years after it.
But here's my point, though, right? So then they make things like the Clone Wars to fill the gap in to hopefully fix the mentality of people's thoughts on the original or the prequel trilogy.
So what?
So now it's happening again,
Yeah, they're
guys.
happening again
It is
with the Bad
happening
Batch.
again, and they're trying to fix the sequel trilogy with all of these other shows, with the hope that whatever happened to the prequel trilogies is going to happen again with the sequel trilogies.
Do you see a trend here?
It's band-aiding
enough
the
of
entire
a-
Star
But here's
Wars
the thing,
saga.
exactly.
I don't see enough of a tie-in though.
But
Yeah, we
no,
have
it's getting there.
we have like small little tie-ins
We're,
to like
we're
the
very
first
early
order
on right
starting.
now. I think we're
Yeah.
very early
so
on.
you're telling
But
me
I don't think it's like full-heartedly. We're just trying to save the sequel series.
Until we get the Rey movie.
So you're telling me that the original.
Somehow, Palpatine returned, and they're
Again.
trying to fill that in.
So you're telling me that the original trilogy did have a setup. It was the holiday special.
The original trilogy, it's
oh man,
So you're telling me that speechless again? Well, that's 2 for 2.
choosing my words carefully. There's
You-
a difference.
There's a good reason why Kevin is on that way today, and yeah, you're over here. Sorry, Frank, you're in the middle.
hey, that's fine. I could be in the middle. I love being in the middle.
He's in the middle.
That was a pause.
I'm not saying
That
it.
was a pause moment. That was pause, bro.
That's a pause and a half.
Yeah, pause, bro.
Where's that
And I
button?
left it out there.
Some people pay extra.
Podcast.
GNT Sports on Wednesday.
GNT Sports Talk.
Y'all better have a pause button when y'all do yours. I'm just saying.
We do.
In person.
Oh, it person.
Oh, I gotta hit. I gotta.
Wait, are you saying
I
there's
gotta
gonna
do
be
this and then
in-person
turn the
Geeks
screen
and
around.
Third
Sports
screen
Talk?
pause.
Anyway,
Yeah.
But yeah, holiday special is the setup, huh?
All right.
To make
Holiday
it better.
special? You want to talk crap on it? Gave you Boba Fett. You wouldn't have the Mandalorian without holiday special, brah.
Bruh.
That mythosaur, that mythosaur you didn't really see in the show, yeah, it showed up in that holiday special.
Brah.
So you're proving my point.
Pal.
So you're proving my point, buddy.
Squirt.
pause.
And now I'm speechless. Now I got nothing.
I didn't mean it like that.
Well,
Oh,
could you
keep
admit?
it in your pants, George.
Whoa! This episode's canceled.
Jeez, please.
Bro,
Larry,
Chacho.
Larry,
So
you
what
see where you
you're
started?
saying is
Jimmy's
like
mom.
the Star Wars sets of trilogies are kind of like the Matrix, where it just kind of builds up and resets itself and uses old myths to build up the new one.
So Anakin is Neo, and you got Luke is Neo.
No,
and Rey is Neo, and we
Damn.
can do this all day.
We just keep on going. Yeah, it freaking is the Matrix.
Rey has a kid, she dies. Guess what? Rey's kid's Neo.
oh my god.
It comes for circle.
Uh-oh.
It's like a second.
I got a nosebleed.
It's-
no.
Oh,
George was really concerned.
I was like, oh my god, it's on camera.
I thought too hard.
He thunketh it too hard.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Larry.
So Bad Batch.
Okay.
That was
So that trailer looked great.
yeah.
that's
Talk
good.
about the trailer
Did we? No.
to get over it.
No, we did not.
We need to like actually get into Bad Batch and not just our Star Wars rant.
I'm just like, we've been. You know what though? Here's the thing, guys. We haven't had Star Wars content in some time, right? So we kind of had that cooped up, and it was just ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking forward to talking about the holiday special with Mike.
You know what that was?
That better be
I
on
love
the
you.
docket next year.
I love you, buddy.
Eh.
It
Yeah,
was.
we're all gonna watch it
Wait,
again.
what do you mean? It was on the bracket this past year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the
We're
bracket.
gonna watch it together.
It was on the bracket. And it got
He
shut
was
down
so-
so
he
fast. It was
so
ridiculous.
Mad. He was so mad. He forgot what was on the
I
bracket.
blacked out. I read out.
That means he didn't vote for it if he didn't know. If it was
He's
on
getting
bracket.
PTSD from that Christmas special.
That was a yeah.
Okay,
Wait, it actually made it to the second round, right? Sorry, Larry.
Next year, I'm gonna try and
Go
wear
ahead,
my Life Day vest, just in my red gown.
Go ahead.
Don't lag.
Go ahead.
curiosity.
No.
When you said that they're fixing stuff from the past
All right.
to fix stuff that happened that's in their future.
You're making my brain hurt, but continue.
Yeah.
This whole conversation.
I
made my
want to
brain
know
hurt.
how in the world did they try to do that? Like, how does Bad Batch fix Ray and that storyline?
No, I'm
How
not talking
does-
about
How
Bad
does
Batch.
the
for-
Clone Wars
No, that doesn't.
They're
fix Ray?
No.
No.
Mando and all those other shows are gonna fix Ray.
Is that how we're gonna say her name now?
I don't know, I just thought it was funny.
You
The
know what?
only
You know
thing
what's
we've
even
gotten from Mando to set up
Grogu.
that sequel series
Grogu.
is not even Grogu.
I think it is.
It is one reference
Dr. Pershing.
to another group far out that would become the First Order because it's General Hux's father.
What do they call that? The Shadow Council?
Shadow Council.
Yeah, it's the Shadow Council.
But we
That's
also
the
got
only
Dr.
thing
Pershing
that
with the
gives us.
cloning. With the cloning. When we get
We've
to
had cloning since the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but it was the Kaminoans. The Kaminoans they don't exist anymore.
we get that in Bad Batch.
Barely.
That the cloning has been moved from the I'm gonna botch their name now. But it's moving from the Kaminoans to the Empire.
Right.
So we've already got that, and that's already set up with Palpatine. So yeah,
guess.
we get the idea that like cloning, but that's where like the sequel series is taking ideas that have already existed within the universe and then manipulating it. And we only got that because they went off script.
Star
because
Wars
they
is getting a
decided to
restructure.
change it in the last movie.
Jerks.
Yeah, because they
Jerk
should've
source.
just had
Because Ryan
Ray
Johnson
and-
butched that second movie.
Butched it.
No, because the next director that took over the third
Ryan
movie.
Johnson.
No, Ryan Johnson came in to save
It
the
was
movie.
J.J. Abrams
J.J.
did it
J.J.
first.
Abrams,
He did first
J.J.
the 1 and
Abrams did it
3.
first, and then he came back after two directors failed to do that third movie. They brought him in to save it. There's an entirely different movie that was
was saved?
shot that we could get.
That was saved. That was saving.
Oh, yeah,
third one,
but that was their
was
idea.
saving?
It wasn't saving, but it was like, oh, we
He
need
said, "Oh, he went to
Abrams
rescue.
to come in to save it.
Yeah. That's like saying,
Sound like
it's
a
like
droid.
something happened to the pilot. We need another pilot. I know how to fly a plane.
That's why all the actors are so
remember
pissed
an
off
airplane
with it.
when like they pushed on like the autopilot and like the guy like came the blow up guy came out flying the plane.
Yes, exactly. Exactly what happened to Star Wars. They went
back and back.
Emergency.
With a smile on his face.
Third verse, same as the first.
A little louder, a little bit worse.
Oh no!
Look out for that tree.
Just like even
And
thinking
Abrams
about
actually botched the first one
Yeah, I don't.
because it's just
He just mimicked the
Yeah.
The original.
original. Like
Which was that's why that was the best one. It was the one that we felt like the most.
like it was Star Wars.
that it
felt
had
like Star Wars, though.
what that it had the most potential.
No,
Yes!
it had the most potential because
No,
it was the same
it's
as
the
the
same
fourth
thing.
movie. It was exact carbon copy.
Yes,
When they
It literally
was
carbon
great.
copied.
and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And they
They just-
highlighted they highlighted the people they needed to highlight.
They gave
What-
the original trilogy a facelift.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then
New
the second movie
graphics,
actually
new
tried to
characters.
push them in a new direction, and then they completely aborted it when they came to the third.
Ryan Johnson was like subvert expectations.
I actually like the second one better than I like the first one.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen the second one since opening day. No. This is good.
It
Everybody.
wasn't bad though. It wasn't a bad second movie. The problem with that trilogy was the third movie had nothing to do with the rest of the trilogy.
All three of them really had nothing to do with
They
each
were
other.
all standalone movies, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
completely.
If you really think about it, they just had the same characters. Straight up.
I think we just killed Kevin, or I
Oh,
killed
yeah.
Kevin.
Oh my God! They killed Kevin.
What?
Dude, that was held out for so long.
Yeah, it was.
I have a question. I have to do this because
Oh, the phone came out the case.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
It's out of the case.
Can I?
I want to no, not yet. I want to remind you of something that happened in that second one. 3 seconds into the movie. You got it?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, that's not what it's going to do.
No, he was gonna flip it.
Exactly.
He was gonna
He went,
flip it.
Oh.
Not the
I was going with the your mama joke.
No. Where he literally, the very first
Chucks
3 minutes of the movie, he goes, oh.
That was awesome.
I was like, I'm out.
Frank,
I was like, I'm out.
Frank,
that was awesome.
I'm
was
gonna pull
That was
180
awesome.
here. I will get
Oh
behind
my
you.
God, Frank.
I will get behind you, Frank, because everyone is entitled to their opinion.
Even if
Where's the
they're
butt?
big, it is
Where's the
wrong.
big butt? Come on, hit me with a big butt.
If you enjoyed it, that's great. I did not. Art is subjective. Art is a very broad term.
For a word with 3 letters.
But
What?
like,
Kevin.
all right,
I'm killing Kevin today.
I think he's dead.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put it. I did not enjoy Phantom Menace. I have not seen Phantom Menace until last time I watched it was on VHS. Right, I watched it with my daughter. She had a blast with that. That was her first Star Wars movie.
Kevin. Okay, thank you.
Don't turn Super Saiyan, bro.
Palmer!
But what I'm saying is like everyone enjoys what they enjoy. I did not like Phantom Menace, and I not until I saw it through my daughter's eyes. She enjoyed it. She thought it was a blast.
Your daughter saved a lot of movies for you.
You ain't lying, bro.
She's
You ain't lying.
Like Charlie,
Yeah.
single-handedly
Good job.
saved my Star Wars fandom.
amongst other things.
I have to ask Frank.
Why?
Thank you.
I thought he was gonna be like,
Tag team here. You want to know why?
Yes, I do. I really do.
Please.
I really do.
Please.
Because it's breaking the whole tie of the Skywalkers. It's moving it from Star Wars being completely surrounded about one little family and one line and saying this legendary lightsaber that is impossibly found and brought back to us, which is set in a box, and then the Force calls out to Rey to then bring to Luke Skywalker. Doesn't matter. That idol, that MacGuffin, and it is a MacGuffin because it doesn't matter.
I'm telling you
That
right now.
gets thrown away.
As of right now, I'm behind you on this. All right.
You know,
We'll see where you're going. though.
That's like the whole thing here. Like it is moving past that Luke Skywalker and the entire, Mark hated that portrayal. He did his job, and he'll even tell you it's not my Luke Skywalker, which is fine. You don't feel
It's
like that's
nobody's.
your Luke Skywalker. But I guarantee you, that's how the overarching story would have gone.
I'm not behind you anymore, my friend.
How long has it been? What did he do? He failed. Just like Obi-Wan and Yoda. It actually works in the grand story that he is going to be miserable. He's going to be a curmudgeon. He's going to... there's things that they actually did in the sequel series that are really good, but the rest of it sucks because they just dropped it. Or they tried to insert things that don't work. A casino scene that has no purpose whatsoever.
Gambling in the Star Wars universe.
Gambling in the Star Wars universe. There's tons of stuff that were terrible with it, but there's things that I'm not going to say stealing because it is Star Wars. They took them and then manipulated them, and that's why it just sucks because it's not actually advancing the story. Any moment that they did, like throwing that lightsaber away to turn around and be like, hey, look, this thing doesn't matter. You still got a super OP Luke. We got a Luke that is so overpowered that he can astro project himself, interact with the people that are there, actually have a lightsaber battle. Like, you got OP Luke, just not
And then he
the
dies.
way you want
I was
it.
gonna say OP Luke killed himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was
Ultimate
about
sacrifice.
and it was
Well-
about to kill his own family.
Go back to the beginning of what you were saying. For a galaxy far, far away,
Bad Batch.
it's all about the Skywalkers, and I think getting away from the Skywalkers was such a good idea.
Which is why Bad Batch is so fantastic
Oh yeah,
and
we're
why we
talking about
love
Bad
it.
Batch.
Yeah, where's Bad Batch at, guys? Like, we missed the mark here and talked about the entire sequel trilogy, and we're supposed to be here for Bad Batch.
Dude, off the rails.
That whole section's getting wiped from the memory. No, I'm kidding.
Bring him back in, Larry.
Larry. Hey, Larry, guess what? Kev's a Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Our gracious host.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
You notice how he does it. He goes,
He just goes, take it.
he goes, silence, I kill you. No, you killed me.
I'm gonna do my normal.
Okay, I can't hold it. I can't hold it.
Come on,
I can't
hit me
hold
with it.
Oh my god.
Hit it.
Luke is so OP that he sent his own self. So you know what a OP Luke would have did? A OP Luke would have took his little lazy self over there and actually fought everybody and did his thing in person instead of.
Picture it. Yo, he brings out that X-Wing. R2 gets in there. He flies over there. He starts ripping. He trips up those AT-AT things. That could have been great.
He would have wrecked his nephew.
But
He
no, we got
would-
Rey fighting with the Millennium Falcon.
The
instead.
way that he fought Kylo Ren in that scene, he would have done that in person. He
And-
would have done all that in person.
You know
And
what it
guess
would
What
have
was
been?
the point of him doing
And
that?
guess what? He would have still be alive. He wouldn't be dead.
You know what
He
it would be
wouldn't
like?
oh, I used to force so much. I died at the age of 53. He was 53. His character was 50 freaking 3.
It would have been like him fighting a bunch of stormtroopers in a hallway. That would have been awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, oh my
Yeah,
god.
oh my god.
So I can tell you why
And
he
crushing
didn't
a
go there.
droid with the Force.
I can tell you why he didn't go there, guys. There's 2 reasons.
His mama. I'm waiting for a good reason.
No. So, TIE Fighter ran out of gas. That was one.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
All right.
god.
And 2,
How the hell Ray get there?
and 2,
And set up the Falcon?
he was a little drunk
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
yak milk. All right.
Jack Milk.
So he couldn't get there in person, so he had to project himself, and that's how it happened. Okay, guys.
It's one of the
That's
worst
happened.
scenes ever done.
I'm just picturing. I'm like,
Could just right off the tip.
Pause.
Stupid.
Pause. Stupid.
Stupid.
Okay.
Blue milk from a blue
I'm sorry.
animal.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
my-
sorry.
Anyway,
As
anyways,
we've gone
okay.
on Star Wars,
So
man.
Bad Batch.
Yeah.
are we bringing
Bad
back
Batch.
what the blip?
that was a whole what the blip.
I feel like this is a what the blip on me.
That was like a Larry
Sorry.
Spaz moment.
I salute
trying
you,
to
my
hold it.
friend. Frank, I salute you, my friend, for having your opinion.
But
I
it's
do.
wrong opinion.
Like what you like, man. Never not like what you like.
Yes.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
it gives us moments like this.
Absolutely.
My daughter taught me do not yuck someone else's yum. Don't yuck my yum. She says it all the time.
Tell her to
So-
sell that to Hallmark.
Uh,
Let's
Yeah.
be straight though. Like the sequel series is terrible.
well, I couldn't tell by the way you was defending it.
I was about to say, not the way
This
you
is-
were
was
saying
the
it.
greatest line, the greatest
This
movie
is-
I've ever seen.
This is a
It's so-
diehard fan that is seeing elements in it that they could have done even more with and done better with.
You still on his side, man?
However, they screwed up all of this.
Oh, yes,
like,
they did.
I just want to make sure that like you understand. I am not saying that I absolutely loved the sequel series. Like
Mhm.
sequel series was hot garbage. They did a terrible
Every
job
5
with
seconds.
There he was. Ray.
Which is why we
have a
love
fortune, but I
Bad
couldn't tell
Batch so
you.
much.
Yeah,
Because it's
Bad
actually
Batch.
good.
Okay. So back.
Yeah, let's talk about some Bad Batch.
Okay. So back to Bad Batch and what are we looking forward to when it comes to this? When it comes to the Bad Batch season
Closure.
3.
Closure.
You're looking
the
forward to it
closure-
because I'm not.
No, dude, I will be mentally
The
wrecked.
closure is
I'm not ready.
all of them get back together. Tech's actually alive, and then they're all back together again at the end. They all say goodbye. That's the closure you want.
Can we get some like blue clone trooper ghosts?
Where
So-
that would be
so
nice.
good.
Do the clones have midichlorians?
No.
Oh.
Okay. So hold on. Now when did Rex die? Do we know?
Rex doesn't die.
We really don't know an exact date.
No.
But is he dead?
Is he the one in
No.
Return of the
At this
Jedi?
point, where
No,
Bad Batch
Rex-
is at?
Like no, I know in Bad Batch he's alive.
Yeah.
And
Rex doesn't die.
Are you talking
correct.
Yeah.
So is Rex still alive? Even like when Luke,
Rex is dead, guys.
Okay, so Rex is dead.
Rex is dead.
Do we know when?
No.
Okay,
But it's
so I'm trying to
before-
figure out like how
So
old
we
can
know
these, can
we
these,
see
can
Rex
these clones get?
in the one trooper that has the beard
on
in the
Endor.
original movies. That's him.
That's him.
They confirmed
Right.
that is meant to be Rex.
Right.
Okay,
So he's there up until Return of the Jedi, as far as
Yeah.
we know.
okay, so and that's young. I would say mid-20s, beginning early 30s. Luke.
No. That's
No,
probably
that's
around like
still
25,
teenage Luke,
20.
like,
No.
yeah,
Well,
like-
teenage Luke was 19 in A New Hope. You probably got maybe like 4 or 5 years.
I would say
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, you're in
5
like his
years.
20s.
So he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, mid-20s,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
beginnings of his 30s.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so he's at least that old. My question is, Bad Batch by the end of this season, are we going to see the death of the 99?
I mean,
It's a
there's a
possibility.
lot of Bunnier. I mean, these guys, we don't see any other instances of them in anything else in
Bingo.
Star Wars.
Right.
So this story could come to an end. Take that with a grain of salt.
It could be them sacrificing themselves to save Echo.
But here's my point to that, though, because it doesn't necessarily mean that they could die. They can remember. So in the second season, they went to that island and they were completely happy in this island, right? In that one
Mhm.
planet.
Yeah.
They can just retire.
Yeah.
They had a very good life there. They could be like, I'm done. And live there.
That disappear into the outer.
No,
Yes.
because they're bad as hell and they need to go fight something.
Exactly. I feel
But-
like
It's really just two people left.
I feel like this crew is
Technically, like the real, like the OG team. No, it's
Echo's
two.
still alive.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now, from what we're seeing right now, it's literally just Wrecker and like on the other guy's name.
Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter. Thank you. It's just them
Echo
two right now.
Well-
Echo goes and actually fights with Rex. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
Yes.
And then
My
doesn't
man's
one
coming
guy,
back,
like,
bro.
stay
So-
behind
You can't-
for something.
and technically, if you really count it, Omega is part of Strike Force 99.
Yeah.
Okay. She is part of that team. Or Clone Force 99. I said Strike Force. It's Clone Force 99. So in theory, we have Omega, right? We got Hunter. We got Rex.
Yeah.
Or Wrecker. We know Sharpshooter guy. Forget his name.
Crosshairs.
Crosshairs. He's
Yeah.
alive.
Right.
You know,
he,
the
he
only
has
one-
to come back.
We really don't know who this last one is. And, you know, Kevin was talking about earlier, that could be our
That
guy
could be
Tech.
Tech. Yeah.
I don't think it is, though.
Now, it would be wild and see if we actually break this. It would be wild if they actually have him fall the way that he did, and then somehow or another reactivate or hit the chip or
inhibitor
something
chip?
like that, and next thing you know that he's under.
Well, didn't they
They
take
would
the
have
chips
to,
out?
Yeah, the chip's out.
Well,
the chip's gone.
At the
They
end
would
of
have
that,
to insert a new chip.
at the end of the episode, didn't they say we have your friend? In the last episode
That probably means Omega, you would think,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Or
okay,
Crosshair.
Yeah, it could be Omega
or Crosshair.
or
too,
or
Crosshair.
yeah.
Crosshair. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be nuts. Because I love Tech. Tech was awesome.
Tech. Yeah.
Tech was that dude who was like, especially in that last season. I feel like we obviously they knew what they were
did that on
doing,
purpose.
but they gave us so much more of him
Mhm.
that we were
Mhm.
like, we're starting to realize who you are as a character.
Yeah, they gave
I
us
feel
more
like everyone
human.
got their
More human.
episodes.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
totally.
he had a season in my
Mhm.
opinion. Tech
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
season 2.
Because obviously what they were going through, and he was starting to, I don't know, fall in love, but he started to like, what's her name?
Well, it was that whole building the relationship
Yeah,
between
they were
them.
building something.
Because Tech couldn't. like Tech can't connect to like people in
Yeah.
the same way because he's too much in his tech, in his head. You know, so him actually connecting with her then is like okay, Tech is more than just like a machine.
Mhm.
You know, he's actually not just a brain.
Yeah, because when you really
There's
think
more
about
to
it,
it.
like Hunter, it's supposed to be this gruesome dude, right?
Rambo.
Rambo style,
Mhm.
but he's a father figure. You know what I mean? And then you got Wrecker. Wrecker's supposed to be this grimacing looking dude, but he's a big old teddy bear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's opposites of all these characters that they're showing, and they're all covering these
What do you think
little
about
emotions.
Crosshair?
Crosshairs?
Yeah.
He's a softie, bro. I don't care what anybody says. He looks mean. He looks like
Who
he looks like
cares?
he's a very he's a soft guy. That's all I gotta say.
He's loyal.
He is loyal.
He
But
is
all
Good soldier.
Good soldier,
he is
follow
a good
orders.
son, and he is loyal. And
Could you say he's loyal because he went to the Empire and left his brothers there?
no, he's loyal because he had a mission. His mission was to do this, and he's loyal. He will not leave that mission until he realized that the mission left him.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
Wow.
ouch.
I think this season redeems him. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think this season
I
is
think
going
he's
to
been
absolutely
Yeah, I
redeem
think he's
him.
been on that Zuko path for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, especially after that episode you were talking about earlier, where he was getting the supplies and he was like, "Well, this is wrong." Like things just started to feel wrong to him. And
Exactly.
he started to realize like working for the Empire was not all it's cracked up to be. He's realizing that the Empire isn't really a great thing for the universe or this
Heck,
galaxy.
if you remember the episode when he had to command the new trooper that was coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of like the look of, hold on, you're replacing us
Mhm.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't miss a shot. And these guys here are pew, 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 pew. And it was just like, you're seriously replacing me or us for them. And that was kind of like the turning point, but he's so daggone loyal that he's still go to jail, come out, he's still loyal. Get burnt up, they won't come and
Even-
save him. He's still
even-
loyal. Now
even-
he's like,
Even the episode where we talked about before, how he's helping the one soldier with the cargo. You know, the guy doesn't want to leave his cargo, and he understands like there's more to this than just a simple order for someone who doesn't care about you. And clearly, they did not care about him
Yeah.
because they
so
left
he
him for
starts to
dead.
learn about the gray area of the
Mhm.
black and white. Even just going back to him when he's looking at that memorial wall and just looking at the memorial wall, and you can see his feelings, and he understands his brothers are dying for nothing. To be a name on a wall, who cares?
but yet his brothers, the one that he actually like blood, sweat, and tears with his crew, they still alive and they still doing their thing, and they still want him to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell me that in the very first season, Omega didn't connect with him.
Oh, absolutely.
like Omega connected.
You got to think at the end of the day, Omega was an outsider. Those guys are all outsiders. So there was that connection there right from the get go.
Mhm.
She's the
Here's-
heart. She's the heart of that whole team.
Here's my over under question: is Omega making it out of this alive or captured?
Well,
Or
she's already
cloning?
captured.
She's captured
Well, I
now.
mean, like
At the
ultimately,
end of
like
it, yeah.
dissect it. Here's like why we're gonna clone the Emperor.
No, I don't think so. Because then that would deter the whole fact of why they were looking for Grogu for
Grogu
Mando.
had force, and they wanted to do his medical.
Well,
ordinance.
I guess that's true too.
But they,
Yeah,
but
they said that the cloning process they want a Force user, and all they have is a bunch of clones of the same person from Mandalorian. I'm blanking on his name.
Jango Fett. Jango Fett's
Jango
No, I'm
Fett.
talking about Mandalorian.
who was the clone that they who's the other clone?
No. I'm saying they're using the cloning process, but they're using it on what's his name, the guy with the dark saber from Mando.
oh, Moff Gideon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what if it's from Echo or not Echo, Omega?
Omega.
You kept saying Echo. I was like, I wonder who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
I'm,
what?
I'm sorry, Omega.
Okay.
Wrong show, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Still Disney, just wrong person.
And that's another
person
question. In
has-
that trailer,
Well, I mean, Echo is a clone, but yeah, whatever.
in that trailer, they talk about she's been captured for a long time. What's the time jump gonna be?
Yes.
That's a good
Yeah.
call,
because
yeah.
because it looked like in the trailer going by, like if you look at just going by Omega,
Yeah.
it looks like she's definitely gotten older.
How is it they figured out back then to put like a beam that like obviously tells if she moves at all, that nobody further on in the Empire was like, let's lock them up with the laser beam thing. Now we're just gonna throw Princess Leia in this holding cell. Now we're gonna get on this crazy planet with the witches of Dathomir. We're just gonna throw this girl in the room. It's fine.
Everything's gonna be all right.
It's called saving money. Remember? Remember they were saving money.
It's actually depression. You know, you got to remember at this, we are transitioning from the High Republic to the Empire, and the Empire is actually in a depression. It's just been fighting a war for years, which takes money and resources, and they started doing things worse. And they started getting rid of all of the things from the clone forces because that was all Jedi driven. So they want to get rid of that technology, replace their stuff where people that are against them know their ways ins and outs and can actually.
One thing that they cut out of the budget that they really shouldn't was handrails on the Death Star.
Totally. Yeah, you fall off that and
That's not
into a
covered by
plasma core.
insurance.
Their insurance must have been
how many episodes are we supposed to have with Bad Batch?
It
You
seems
guys know?
like
15, 16.
16, 17?
It's definitely in there.
It's from February 21st up until the first week of May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And we're
have
not getting many like double episodes. It's literally like
just one episode a week.
Yeah.
So you got 3 from
15.
day 1,
15.
and then
Yeah.
you have an episode a week after that.
Yeah, so up until May 1st, that's the
Which
last episode.
I really do hate when they do that. When they give us 3 episodes.
Why? I love it.
I
No,
hate it 'cause
'cause
I gotta
to
wake
me-
up at 2:00 in the morning to watch it.
Why don't you just wait till you get home? You can't. I get it.
No,
I
you
understand.
can't.
I know.
You
The,
can't. Yeah.
I know the feeling. I've been there, done that. I've been. What is going on here?
They're whispering. Something happened.
Sharing is caring. Share with the group.
Sorry. Okay, so it is 15 episodes. And
I thought when he was getting my attention, I thought he was gonna like tell me to look at the title of the last episode. The last episode's called "The Cavalry Has Arrived." I was like, oh, I wonder what they got me. But no, he was looking at another thing. So
Well, you know why they used that as the final episode, right?
no.
Because in the first episode, the first season, what's his name? Wrecker comes out and says the cavalry
has arrived. No, okay, so one of the episodes, episode 12, is named Juggernaut. So I'm the
Juggernaut, baby. Yo, if Wrecker says that, I'm gonna love it. Love it.
That's what I said to him. I'm sorry. I'm the Juggernaut. So 15 episodes for Bad Batch season 3. And God, makes you wonder if the cavalry has arrived, if that's an homage to a Wrecker not being there anymore.
Oh, I didn't even think of it like that, man.
Yeah.
Wrecker doesn't
Or is
make
the
it?
cavalry just going to go out?
No,
Is the cavalry just going to go out in style?
That's his sacrifice. Then
I love wordplay, but that's hurting my heart.
I feel like that's going to be
well,
he sacrifices then.
we won't know until May 1st.
Like,
May 1st is when that.
Oh,
when
they
that
should have.
episode
They
drops.
dropped the ball. That
Yeah,
coulda
that
ended
should
up-
have been on the 4th.
That should have been the 4th, bro. Come on.
the 4th is Monday.
And
They drop it on Wednesdays.
I don't
Or no, wait,
care.
4th
I
is,
don't care. That would have
no,
made perfect
That's gonna
sense.
be 4th is Saturday. Sorry.
Even better
Just so y'all guys know.
when we're
so,
all available.
so they
Whatever.
are dropping all 3 episodes. Well, the first 3 episodes on February 22nd. Oh, I'm sorry, 21st. And then it goes to the 28th, so a whole week later. So just know that the 3rd episode is going to be such a cliffhanger that's going to drive us all absolutely batty.
What are you talking about? How do you know already?
Because we were looking at the
The
episode
titles?
names.
What's
right
the
now.
title?
names.
Can you
The
tell
title-
me? You
the-
can't not
The-
look
the-
at
the
it and be
three-
like,
all right, the first
Titles,
three,
it's called You Didn't See
the
This
first
Coming.
3 titles,
Juggernaut.
the first 3 episodes. The first one's called Confined.
Makes sense.
Episode 2, Pass Unknown, and then
I want to say Shadows of Tantus. So,
That wasn't what I was thinking.
Mike's like,
right, but
yes.
but whenever they come out with a 3 episode drop first,
Yeah.
and then you have to wait for the next. The third one is always a major cliffhanger. Something major is going to happen.
The
Okay.
next
Or
You know
the other
what
problem
episode 4
is
called? I know what episode 4 called. It's a guess who's dying.
well, episode 4 is called A Different Approach.
Yeah, there we go. Who's dying?
But then
no. That's the we coming back and we actually succeeded.
But then episode 5 is called The Return.
Crosshair.
Yes.
Crosshair.
That has to do with
Yeah.
Crosshair.
Yes.
Put
I don't
money
know.
down for that
I still
one.
don't like when they give us 3 episodes in a row because that means those first 2 can't stand on their own. They need that third then.
You know what that
Like,
means?
every time
you
they
have
do
no
that,
self-control,
you have to-
and you can't just watch one for every couple days until the next one pops out.
No, I totally can, but it means that like the story is going to be so tied together
Oh yeah,
that they're dropping all 3 because
I-
otherwise it's going to be terrible and nobody's going to want to watch this.
give me a movie in
Sorry.
3 episodes, and I am cool. I will take it.
Yeah.
It's rare, and
The titles for these are just very interesting.
are they like kind of vague? Or
What other
just-
titles do we got?
So after the return, episode 6 called Infiltration. Then the next episode is Extraction. Next episode, Bad Territory.
They're pretty much telling us the season. What's happening? Extraction. What is that? Bad extraction. Things go wrong, I guess.
Bad Territory.
The Harbinger? The Harbinger?
Harbinger.
Harbinger?
Harbinger.
And then
Of death?
Identity Crisis. Point of No Return.
Oh.
It's the Juggernaut.
That's the Juggernaut.
So that the point of no return is because the Juggernaut stands in front of them and they can't go nowhere else. Ooh.
After Juggernaut, it's Into the Breach. And
They
then
must have passed the Juggernaut then.
the second
They
to
found a
last
way around them.
the second to last episode is Flash Strike, and then the last episode is The Cavalry Has Arrived.
So they attack and they get their butt whooped and they call in the cavalry and the cavalry come. Dog, I already know the whole season, bro. I don't even need anything else.
I feel like they get
those are so direct.
they
Titles.
get her before the end of the season though.
You know what
Yeah,
the title of one of the
I think
songs
they're gonna
on the
get
Phantom
her in,
Menace
like, episode
soundtrack
3.
is?
Yeah, they're getting
The
her
death
early
of
on.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I think they'll get her early.
Like, and that
Because
CD came out
Identity
like right
Crisis
before
is
the
going to
movie.
be that
Oh my
turn
God, they
of
just ruined it for everybody. Oh man.
Hold on. What if episode 5, The Return, what if that's about the Ventress?
Oh, possibly. Yeah, we did see it in the trailer.
Yeah, 'cause she's in the trailer.
or is that an Identity Crisis?
That could be.
Oh,
too.
that could be two.
I was thinking
With
that too.
Ventress.
But I
Yeah,
feel,
I
but I
wonder-
feel like that'd be too late though, because I feel like
I feel like
don't
at the
know.
end of Identity Crisis, she should just shave her head because she looked better that way.
What? I
She
kinda
looks
like the hair.
She looks weird with that hair.
She looks like a chick from the 90s.
She looks
So-
weird.
belongs with the emo kids in high school.
I got a question though. I got a question.
You got an answer.
You held a comment when we were watching it just before we started.
Yeah, but
That was when we seen the unnamed character's mask.
All right, so I've said.
What
a
are
lot
you thinking on
I've
that?
said about 82 one-liners since then.
Yeah, you had.
No, I think that goes back to like what my how long have they been separated from Omega, and is that Omega behind that armor?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, what?
And that mask, to me, looks like Kanan's.
Yeah.
So, like, is there a tie in there?
Probably not. It was good technology, man. I mean, it's a good mask.
Wait, is it?
It's a great mask. The Jedi Templars
Yeah, but
used
it's a
it, and it was a
specific
great
mask that we know and seen. And, like, come on, this entire series
So you're trying to
has
say
literally been throwing characters in
my
to
man,
tie it.
Kanan Jarrus comes back? Oh, wait, this is before that.
No.
He's not even in this
He-
timeline.
He's a kid at this point.
Oh, even better.
Wait.
That would make sense, though.
He was in the
'Cause
first
in the
episode.
first episode.
I'm trying to
We
picture.
saw
his-
her-
I
That'd be
can't
good
think of
for
his-
the return.
Of
No,
Kanan
no,
Jarrus?
no, no. Does it look like a Death Trooper mask? Like the guys
It
that
looks
are,
like Kanan's
does
mask.
it? I can't picture his mask.
It
right
looks
now.
like that mask that he wears in that with the, like.
Yeah,
That same mask.
So, like,
The
What's up
return
with that?
could be him.
it's not.
Maybe
That'd be cool.
Maybe
That'd be cool.
maybe
though.
maybe
It's not, but
maybe
that'd be cool.
maybe
It'd be
a
a great
little
way to throw characters in there. if
yeah
you
maybe
need
a
to.
little older, maybe like towards like 16.
right before he starts turning into the
17.
Kanan
Big-
Jarrus we
big-
know from.
But remember, he in the very first episode that we saw Bad Batch,
he was a
he was the
Padawan.
one that was running away. Right.
He was a
Yeah.
Padawan, yeah.
So with him being the one that ran away, it could easily be the one that something happened and he came back. Well, I don't know. I'm hoping.
Usually
The
when we-
galaxy's not that big, guys. You could just meet somebody.
Just
I mean,
saying.
how
'Cause
many
we don't know
times?
where he went.
Like we're getting Asajj Ventures. I would have never thought that Asajj Ventures. Like how many
I
planets we
honestly
got?
thought Asajj was dead.
Nah, she was in the comic books actually.
I know she was in the comics, but I just didn't know her actual like
Yeah, she's still alive.
storyline.
we could be wrong about it.
Which is great because according to this, the return could be crosshairs, like we said.
Mhm.
Infiltration could be, all right, now we got the squad. We're going to infiltrate. They go ahead and get Omega.
Bingo, I like
And
it.
then extraction, which is the very next episode, is them extracting.
Wait,
now they're extracted. Now they're in the area that's really bad for them to get out of, which is bad territory, which is the next episode.
You know what's crazy?
you
If you
guys-
look at the director of that
excuse-
episode, Extraction, it's
excuse me.
actually Ryan Johnson, and it's a complete subjection of your expectations. And they're actually breaking into a place.
Oh man!
I would like to point out that infiltration and extraction are actually coming out the same day.
Same day.
Oh, we got a doubleheader.
And then we
Doubleheader.
got another doubleheader in April with Identity Crisis and Point of No Return.
I was wondering why, because the 15
episodes.
well, when you guys were saying there was like 15 episodes, and then it was doing the math, I was like, "There's something missing. I don't think we're supposed to end it in May." Well, it would end in May, but not May 1st.
Dude, I need pencil and paper to do
So-
this.
I mean, it says it right here,
I
May
was doing
1st,
some type of
2024.
math in my head. It sounded right.
It never says May
I don't have
1st.
no fingers.
But yeah, they are doubling up twice.
I'll take
Well,
that,
they
man.
are.
So we got 3, we got a couple singles, got 2, and a couple singles is 2.
Long
Yeah.
storytelling.
3,
Glad guy.
1, 1, 2.
Ooh,
1, 1, 2.
you reading like
1.
One,
Zero,
one,
speaking about the
one,
Matrix
one.
earlier? 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1
1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3.
You see
Oh
that?
my
Girl in the red
God.
dress.
Johnny 5 is alive. All right.
Did you see it?
So,
That's great.
like, look, we went really ham in the Star Wars lore.
Did we?
A little
we
way
touched on a
too much
lot
for
of
what we want
things.
to.
That was not Bad Batch.
No.
I think we touched Bad Batch for like 10 minutes.
Bad Batch 10 minutes, everything else for a half hour.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Does anyone have any bold predictions of this season?
Jar Jar shows up.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The
no
return.
Jar Jar.
Stop.
Great
Redemption.
Nobody wants
Yeah.
that.
You serious?
No, he's the same guy that thought that
You know-
made me think he was
yeah,
bleeding from his nose. No, don't believe him.
Don't believe.
It comes in threes, man. I'm still waiting to get you again.
He's
no,
like, but
so-
wait, there's more.
So Jar Jar does have like a finale and an ending. He
He
actually
does.
he dies like almost like a court jester,
Mhm.
trying to make little kids happy. But throw him in there.
Why?
What loose? What
does that have
other
to do
loose,
with the
like,
story?
What other?
for you kids?
What
Oh my
other like prequel like loose ends are there that we haven't really seen?
Ace Window.
He's dead, dude.
God. Nah, bro, I need that man back.
Base Window.
He dead.
He said,
Boba
dead.
wants
He's
to
dead.
do-
He's
You're
dead.
not getting a bad mother.
Boba wants to fight that man again, or just fight him in general. Boba wants to fight him. Tamora Morris says, "Bring him back so I can fight him."
Yeah, but you
He
know what?
ain't gonna
Tamara
do that.
Morrison also signed up for that the Book of Boba Fett. So are we trusting his judgment?
He signed up for it, but he was getting a check.
called money, Mike.
Man.
It's called He Is the Clone Force.
And you can't call it the Book of Boba Fett and not have Boba Fett.
I'm
just
saying
saying.
he agreed to that.
I would agree too. Paycheck.
I ain't
Hey,
thinking.
mind you, he
Speaking
got
of
paid
which-
for an entire season, and then like the last 3 episodes weren't even him.
Bingo.
So like,
Even though they knew they messed up.
they knew they messed up on that, and he was even mad at that. After there was him talking about it on like some talk show, or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, but I don't care. It is what it is."
Of course, because the check still
Hey,
cashed.
My
Yeah.
man got pissed
Yeah, the check still cashed in his bank account. Oh
before
yeah,
the strikes.
he like it's easy being around Grogu. Give me money.
And The best part was half of the scenes he was sleeping.
Oh,
yeah, he was in the
He was in the
tub.
back of the tank. I'm gonna,
Flashbacks.
I'm gonna catch some Z's real quick.
The Book of Boba Fett.
Recovering.
Giving Dad Bod a good name.
Yeah, that suit was a little tight.
Okay. Any last words that we want to give to Bad Batch at least?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a problem with endings of shows, and they usually make me really sad. And I don't normally watch them more than once.
Yeah.
But
Clearly, because you were saying how you
no,
refuse to watch the Avatar.
I've only watched
ending.
the end of Avatar once.
But yeah, you're about
I've
to see it
only
again
watched
in live
like the
action.
end of like Gargoyles once. I've only ever watched the end of like a lot of these shows that like have like a story that has a final thing. I don't like to watch.
Speaking of final, watch party.
We can work on it.
Yeah.
Mike won't be there though because he can't watch it.
Wake up at 3 a.m., man.
No, you just say you don't like to watch final things.
Oh. You got me! Holy smokes! Whoa. Man, that's what that feels like.
I don't know. Watch party is going to be hard
on
for that because we're going to be going to Comic-Con that weekend.
Oh,
Gotta find out about that. They don't know about that yet.
Frank.
Spoilers?
Maybes.
Maybe. Okay,
We
so
could cut that out.
look, we're gonna go ahead and close up this episode. Thank y'all guys so much for tuning in and catching up. As always, we're here every other week. We have some fun stuff in store for y'all guys. We put out a challenge to a podcast. And they accepted the challenge. We're working stuff out. A geek off. It's coming, brother. A geek off. My crew, even with Emotional Man.
Really? That's what you're going with?
My crew versus y'all crew. Who do we challenge, Kev?
Listen, 3,000.
It's on, y'all. So we have that coming up for our 2-year anniversary.
2 year.
A geek off.
Oh my God, he's so excited. He
Geeks at
dropped
the-
his phone.
Yeah, drop the mic. Geeks at the Nerds Table versus Listen 3000 for our 2-year anniversary. It's going to be a fun time. We love those guys. We can't wait to go ahead and collab and work with those guys again. Except this time, game show wise, it's going to be pretty awesome. So that's something that we're definitely going to be working on. We got some cons that we plan on going to. We're going to show our faces and just walk around and be with the people. We want to be with the people. Give cards to the people. Have conversations with the people. Anything else I can say about the people?
No, everything with the people.
I believe I
We the
call
people.
that getting down and sweaty with the people. A bunch of sweaty nerds talking about sweaty nerd things.
Okay.
And crying.
Shut
Yes.
up,
Maybe.
man.
Hey, it's beautiful to cry over some things.
So, hey, look, we have a lot. Like I said, we have a lot that's going on that we're thinking of, that we want to do, that we're going to do this year. So, hey, hold on tight and just take this journey with us. Another empty plug. We went ahead and moved our GNT Sports Talk podcast to its own individual channel, still under our umbrella because we are still family. We just moved it on to another channel so the algorithms won't be confused to say, hey, is the channel going to the sports stuff or is it going to the geek stuff? So we wanted to make sure that I was separated. So that's what's going on with that. So GNT Sports Talk is located on GNT Sports Talk on YouTube as well as Instagram, so you can find all that information there. So I don't think I missed out on anything else. Everything else is there, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, cool.
Hey,
Like, comments,
thank you
survive.
for 13,000 views on Casey Jones. That stuff's blowing up. That's thanks to you guys all out there. Thank you. Please keep on watching. I'm almost on Echo. I got 2 more books.
We've had a good 10K plus vids thanks to Mike. So props to you, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Props to you, brother.
all I do is read the books.
I have a new thing for the audience to join into the conversation. I'm going to be. This is actually new. I didn't tell them yet. I actually have an idea to bring people involved in the conversation. Every geeky podcast, we could do it on sports too, but every geeky podcast, I will have a question. And then obviously they can answer. And I want everyone to answer, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. Now, I won't say the question yet. I do have one, but I'll say it for the next one since we're talking about DC.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, very good. Anything else we want to add?
think we're good.
Cool. I just want to end it with this one here because it's probably one of the coolest, weirdest things ever. In case y'all don't realize, I'm actually using a different mic today.
And it's working.
And it's working. It's actually on.
I have proof.
That thing's had a lot of work from what I understand.
So, out of Jesus. George, can you give the
backstory
on this particular mic?
All right, so so you guys, most podcasts know about the SM7B, the Shure SM7B. Well, this is one of the original SM7s, and it happens to be from one of the coolest places for most people, Playboy Mansion. All right, so that was actually used for a Playboy cabaret back in the day. So we here at the studio have that thanks to our studio owner, Andrew, who was able to cop that for some other thing. He bartering some stuff, but that came into our possession because of him. And yeah, so we have the Playboy Mansion SM7 microphone from, I think, the 70s or 80s or something like that.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, it's been around for a while. So that's one of the original. That's the same microphone that was used by Michael Jackson. Not the exact same one, sorry. That's a replica of the microphone that was used by Michael Jackson when he recorded his Thriller album.
Fun fact about the Playboy Mansion and Batman. Batman 66 was inspired by a party that was at the Playboy Mansion.
I'm Hefner.
But yeah, he can't remember his paychecks and how much he gets.
I'm Hugh Hefner.
So yes, I'm using the same mic that chances are that Hugh Hefner actually used.
As you notice, he also isn't trying to touch that guy.
Thank God for Lysol and disinfectant.
Hey, plenty
but
of
I
hand
still
sanitizer.
haven't had. I still refuse to have this thing way too close to me. So there we go. So hey, thank y'all guys so much. That's an interesting fact. There we go. We got a little bit of history here. It actually say Playboy on here. It's
Yeah,
kinda
it says
funny.
Playboy Cabaret.
That's kind of crazy. So anyway, thank y'all guys so much for tuning in. God bless you all. We'll talk to you on the next episode. Take care.
Adios.
Later.